So this was a pleasant surprise. This is Tremor. This is a brand new 32 map vanilla I'm not sure if it's actually vanilla DOS compatible, but it's Quake compatible, which is very close. It's a brand new expansion that's meant to kind of replicate the feel of the original game. I'm very excited for it. I knew about this like when it was announced, and then it just kind of never materialized, and like 6 years later, I think, here we are, and it's out, and it's huge, and it's got original music, as you can hear, and I'm really excited. So let's just jump right into it before the demos spoil some more stuff for me. I want to go in as blind as possible. Alright. Nice little platforming challenge here. What's down here? Okay, first episode. That's probably the ending, I'm guessing. Gonna check audio real quick here. Can't really tell. Everything seems to be in order. But you never know with my streams, I guess. Stream quality alright? Looks like it. Yeah, alright, so what's the first episode name? The Doom That Came to Earth. Ooh. Long buried mysteries crawl their way back to the surface. So it's meant, they say it's meant to be like a parallel version of Quake 1. I hope it doesn't retread too much of the same ground and just tries to do interesting stuff with the limitations, but it'll be interesting. Is there a secret here? Knew it. Oh boy. Alright, well, it kind of did like a little Metroid opening there. That's what I like to call those, when you have to go back to find something right away. Doom 2 kind of has a Metroid opening. Which is something I've always liked about that game. It, like, right off the bat is like, pay attention. An elevator, yeah. Yeah. I'm seeing the influences for sure. They wouldn't do it again, right? How many secrets are there? 5. Okay. You can try them 100% for now, at least. Yeah. Alright. There's a mega health up there taunting me. I could probably make it already. No, I couldn't. No. That is foolish of me to assume. I haven't played in Quake in a long time. This is really kind of tripping me out. You kind of forget, because a lot of the source ports nowadays do a pretty decent job at maintaining the original style while making pretty surgical upgrades. Forget just how chunky it looks. Okay, so then there's definitely something down here. Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Oh, and this leads you to the Mega, like in E1M1. Okay, alright, yeah. And this is what speedrunners will use to boost themselves across the map, inevitably. Or that. Or that. Definitely this, actually, now that I think about it. I'm sure you could do some crazy stuff with that, but for now, let's take a somewhat reserved approach. Ooh, 3 dogs. Same time. It's a little hard. I'm not used to these animation timings with the non-interpolated animations anymore. I'm not playing this in Quake, I'm playing it in Chocolate Quake. Oh, that's cool. Come over here. But Chocolate Quake is essentially just like an updated version of Wind Quake, I believe, to work with modern systems. Because Wind Quake has issues with capturing my mouse. This seems pretty smooth. But like even like you go and you bring down the drop down menu and it still says Wind Quake, so it's a pretty authentic experience. Music is really good. Very much captures the same vibe. It's Quake 1. Especially E1M1, it's got that same kind of like, it's low key, but it's also like has a vibe of like stay alert to it. Are we gonna blast off in a rocket right off the bat? Oh, dude. Yes. That's so good. The 4 explosions just in a fucking square. That's so great. Oh. That's something spawned in over there. Oh, there we are. Hey, Quake 1 didn't have set pieces like that. So there we go. That's a little something new. I like that. I was talking recently about like how I kind of like Scourge of Armagon because of stuff like that. They got more like human set pieces than Quake 1. Where Quake 1, like, you know, in E1M3, it's like there's like 2 cubes that move into place to open a door. They like levitate. It's very esoteric, and that's also fun. But like, sometimes you just want to see this like silly little engine from the 90s do some cool stuff. And like try to replicate realistic human things like a rocket launch. It's kind of fun to look. Alright, I think this is the exit. It's a bit more, you know, it takes you around a bit more than original E1M1. I kind of like it. That was pretty good. We only have 2 of 5 secrets, though. Got really close to exiting there before I remembered that I wanted to 100%. So, alright. Is there a biosuit? Is the question. Oh, I got one. I didn't even see it. I looked away for like a half a second to look at my other monitor. Well, we got a secret. We got a quad. Didn't really need it. Alright, let me think. What else was there in E1M1? There was the... You jump up to get the other mega health. Does my audio sound okay? I kind of couldn't tell earlier because the game audio keeps playing when I tap out. Actually, let me just try... Yeah, I can't really... Can't really check myself. There we go. Anything we can shoot. Look at ceilings. I'm not a good secret hunter, I don't think. It's not my strong suit in this game. Any of these barrels blow up anything for me? It's not my strong suit, so I might just move on. Keep things rolling. But oh well. That looks like something, now that I think about it. How do I get up there? There's a hall down there. One of these walls. One of you has to open up. Come on. We can't get up on these crates, right? For sure. No chance in hell. Oh, this is gonna drive me a little crazy. Ceiling up here. That's open. Man. A lot of barrels on this map. Maybe we should just move on, huh? I got a little bit of armor. I don't need more armor. 10 minutes already, wow. Time flies. There we go. We get some armor right at the beginning anyways. A little consolation for my humiliation. Alright, so it's definitely something down here. Let's explore from the bottom up, shall we? Nope. Well, that brings me back up, way up. Over here. I'm gonna take you on because you sniped me with a grenade earlier. Anything going on over here? I run around along these ledges. Oh, I can totally do that. Come on. No! Failure. I can totally do it, though. Watch. Oh, my God. But I can totally do it. Shit, whatever. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm done. Oh, but I actually have to take the elevator all the way up to make any progress here. Alright, should we enter? What's going on over here? This is where I spawned in. Oh my God. This elevator's getting a workout today. Extremely stealthy entrance. That guy didn't know what hit him. Kind of not a great guard. Just facing away from the door like that. The only way in. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Someone's gonna sneak up on you from behind. Another elevator. That looks... That's not... It might be a little thin for Ranger, no offense, Ranger. But, it looks like something. Something's going on in there. This is really cool. So I go down in the water, it like loop-de-loops me around. What about left water instead of right water? Also loop-de-loops me around, it seems. Or not. It's taking me on a journey. No elevator here? There is one. Didn't bring us to a silver key. There were a few monsters I missed. Gonna look for them. Walked right into those bullets. Is my chat working? Give me a little boost. Just a little tickle on my butt. Makes me move faster. What did I open up? This? No, this takes me back around. No. You gotta trust my gut more. Oh, there we are. Blackwater Bastion. Damn, all that for a little silver key. Man, I've been moted. This music is so good. Really atmospheric. I'm really enjoying it. Check my audio real quick. Testing, 1, 2, testing. That should be fine. In fact, the game audio might be a little low. Yeah, hold on. Bring that up just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Just ever so slightly, a hair. I gotta get like 3/4 of the way to me. Getting crackles in my right ear. That alright? Gotta shoot the windows. I don't think I got, like, any secrets. Should just let him fight. Looks so cool with the non-interpolated animation. I do like how when it is interpolated, like the ogre kind of unintentionally has a really neat wind-up to its chainsaw animation. Like, has a really good amount of weight to it. So those keyframes are just really strong. You know, it works either way, I think. Some people don't like it, though. One enemy evades me. I think maybe a scrag. The E1M2, there was a secret entrance to the level. He went underwater. That doesn't seem to be the case here. Yeah, I guess I might just not be a good secret hunter. Yeah, that window ain't ranger sized. There you are. Alright, well, I'll settle for 100% kills. Forget how long these types of levels take to complete when you haven't played them before. So now it's like I can beat the entirety of episode 1 in 10 minutes of the original Quake. And these levels that are trying to kind of replicate it, nope, 10 minutes per level. Was this the opening demo level? I guess that would make sense. It's E1M3. Let's dive in. Not a secret. Yes. Give me some zombies. I knew it. Easy. Getting in the zone now. Poor Ranger's gonna have trench foot. I know the timing. I did see this has its own progs.dat, so I don't know if there's any gameplay changes. I don't think there are. Maybe just some mapping inclusions. Just one more. For good measure. Yeah. Knew it. I could feel that I didn't get them all. Alright, now what? I think I've gone backwards here. What do we go down here for? Any left alive? Oh, alright, yeah, this was a new area. Yeah, great way to celebrate Quake's 30th. By being able to play it again, in a way, for the first time. I should do some more of those Quake 30 jams, shouldn't I? Oh, shit. Oh. That's how that happened, probably. Couldn't even nick you with a little bit of splash damage? Yeah, I know. Something about the color banding in software rendered Quake just looks weirdly good. No dithering. With the darker parts of the light map. Makes it look rotten. This right here, this effect, looks particularly good in software Quake. They really managed to pull a lot of detail out of 8-bit color by using that limited palette. It's really nice. Whoop. Damn, that would have been so cool if I hit it. I don't even know what that one was trying to do. I just want to hit something cool. There we go. Kinda. 2 in 1, that was pretty cool. I guess you try Nightmare. Eh. Ooh. They made that animation specifically for the 3D effect. It's like something they would do for like an old cheesy red and blue glasses 3D movie. The chainsaw's 1 inch from your face. Yeah, not a good secret hunter. I should have figured. Ah. What are you firing at? Oh, a zombie. Guess that was coming from one of the heads. What's in your head? In your head. Zombie, zombie. Oh, come on, do the dance. There we go. Gonna do another one? Like the original E1M3? I'm nervous. Good introduction to the Shambler, though. I think that was used in the trailer originally. 28 health. We stack up a little before we move on. I don't know, I guess we got a good amount of ammo. Does Quake heal you to 50 if you're below 50, or is that Doom? When you go to a new level. Oh, don't need that. Also, is that a secret? Yep, okay. Well, we found one. 3 enemies we haven't killed. Alright, whatever. Let's move on. We'll go into the next level on hard mode. Alright, yeah, it does heal you to 50. Just realized I have no crosshair. I've probably been relying on auto-aim, yeah, I guess. Oh well. We could stick decently close to default for now if we want. Ooh, nice jib. We got a biosuit there, let's not waste it. Yeah, there is a lot of water. Just kind of get a scope of things real quick. There's a tunnel down here. Okay. What's going on down there? Cool upside down pyramid. Is this gonna be an ogre? No, it's gonna be the super nail gun. Yeah, right. I can see the parallels. I can see the parallels. In the original E1M4, we had like a weird, wacky underwater castle. In this E1M4, we have a weird, wacky, upside down pyramid, not a triangle. Adam. Well, let's explore a little. Does original Quake go this low resolution when you're underwater? Like back to 200p by default. Why dot dot dot? Shoot. Alright, well. Guess we gotta do something to open that. Oh no, help, I'm trying to untangle myself here. Scrag got a few cheap licks in. It's my fault for not pausing. Looks like dangerous water. Alright, first death. That's fine, that's fine. I know where the center of my screen is. Little step there is blocking my shots. One second. I don't see anything of note down here. I guess maybe I gotta open that, those doors first. Taking a lot of hits. Let that Scrag go. There you are, I see ya. Down you go. Everything looks so much bigger at 90 FOV. Oh, I see how it's working. Ah, I felt it coming. I thought I could squeeze by. Damn. Super nail gun just shreds them. Toro. I know what I'm doing, I swear, I swear. Pay no attention to the nails in my neck. It's fine, I just can't sing above a 5th octave now, otherwise I'll spontaneously, my neck will burst and I'll pass away. No, I am so funny in my own head, but then when I try to say it, I cannot get the words out. Get him out! I got gold key. I can go down. I saw recently someone made like a port of the Quake engine, like BSP viewer, like a BSP interpreter and like display, and basic like Quake 2 style movement to Scratch. It was ridiculous. Like I didn't even realize for a second. I thought, oh, okay, it can load Quake maps. That's kind of neat. You know, it was doing the same thing that the Minecraft port to Scratch did, which was like draw everything into tiny little sprite circles. But then I see someone in the comments say, why does it have Quake 2 movement instead of Quake 1 movement? Which, how did you figure that out, by the way? Because then I actually tried it, and it's like, yeah, it works. I could strafe jump. It was so ridiculous. I had to use the thing that lets you, play Scratch projects at, like, ridiculous speeds. Some people, man. It's kind of cool to see people take what, like, I used as a kid to, like, do dumb little projects that barely fucking ran and, like, make ridiculous, like, technical showcases with it. Oh my god. Bad water. I can do this. What am I doing? This is easy. I want that help. Also, recently someone like made a quantum computer simulated quantum computer, because like real quantum computers are like super not ready yet. But, like, someone did like a simulator of a quantum computer and ran Quake through it. And like what's really fascinating is like, because of like the variance or whatever, there is a screenshot where you can see the rocket from a rocket launcher curving, and the fucking like smoke particles, like there's like a curved line of smoke particles to show that it happened. It's insane, man. People are doing... Man, more games should be open source. I know it's not realistic, but man, it's just, it's so good for a game sometimes. Is that door thing open now? No. ... I bet that takes me to the secret level. Okay, so then we gotta find it, right? I haven't even found a single secret. Start shooting walls again, because that's all I know how to fucking do. I've been working on some projects in the FTE Quake engine, and it's just such a really impressive like consolidation of like so many things that have been done to this little engine right here that, like, you know, can barely display like smooth shadows. It's so impressive. Just like how far the modding capabilities of this game have come since its original release. And even this, there's so much creativity you can do with just this. Like, imagine if we had the code to Dark Ages, especially now that like id Tech might not be a thing anymore, which is really unfortunate. I don't know what's going on there. They say that they're okay. I'm glad. People are like, are they holding you at gunpoint? I don't think so. I think that they will be okay. I hope so, at least. But, yeah, no, that was a messed up thing to have happen. Oh, no, man. Like, I get that Dark Ages wasn't as successful as the other Doom games. Or at least not as successful as Eternal was when everyone was, you know, in lockdown and needed something to play. I'm like, no shit. I don't know, maybe, it's very frustrating that every game has to be for everyone. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think that actually kind of doesn't really work in Quake, because I can't look straight up. That sounds... Okay, I'm really low on health. And the thing about, like, even if you don't agree with Dark Ages creatively, which I know a lot of people don't, like, come on, man. Firing most of the tech people, you know, doesn't fix that, really. It's because I think that on a more objective level, the engine tech is really good. Like, I think that even if you don't like the, substance of the game, there's very little... Okay, we got a Ziggurat Vertigo tribute here. There's very little arguing against that. It's a ray tracing engine that can run on a Steam Deck. It's like, come on. It's impressive tech right there. And I've had the least amount of issues with Dark Ages so far of any of the Doom reboot games. Like, 2016 is a great game. It's a great game, but it's kind of buggy. Like, I have a video on this channel, like, from a long time ago of, like, I encountered 3 bugs in one level. I clipped them all. And it was, you know, I mean, like, it wasn't anything too terribly game-breaking. One that I really don't like from those older Doom 2016 and Eternal is that sometimes when you want to do a glory kill, it won't register that. And in the case of Eternal, occasionally it would, like, do a blood punch instead and waste your blood punch. So it's like, I don't know if I really want them going back to the size of 2016 on a technical level. Because it introduces a lot of... just introduces quite a bit of inconsistency, I think. 2016, you can kind of feel it was from a time when they weren't on top of the world anymore, and they kind of had to make that happen. It's a great game. It's a great game. They're all great games, in my opinion. And, you know, obviously, regardless of whether they are or not, I just don't think that anyone really deserves this right now. I would like it if studios were allowed to experiment and do interesting things, and id Software is kind of like leading the charge in that, in some regards, with when it comes to first-person shooters and combat. I don't know, maybe... I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's go try and get up here. Oh, you fucker. Maybe I gotta go in the pyramid. Door isn't open yet. But at least I get some health. See what happens when I don't pay attention to the game? I, like, just waddle around, kill things, and lose a bunch of health. I don't know. I wonder. I do think that maybe now they, you know, they. I saw some people like from, you know, the Quake side of things, almost kind of celebrating, because like in the press release, like where they said we want to focus on more of our flagship stuff, Microsoft mentioned Quake. And it's like, yeah, they're gonna do another Quake. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. It might. I guess it might be a good starting point, now that they aren't at the scale they were at when they were working on Dark Ages. Might be a good kind of restart for everything. I need to fucking make progress here. But I just really wish that it didn't have to be that way, I guess. I'd like them operating at full operation, if possible. Obviously. How do I get through this level? Oh my god, I'm really struggling here. I can't find any way through. There's a gold key thing down there. And I also kind of wanted Machine Games to do the next Quake, because I think based on their expansion packs... Yeah, so that's what I was talking about earlier, like, so TBH, when they were making Doom 2016, they were half the size they were when Dark Ages was being made. So that's sort of what I'm talking about, like, Doom 2016, it's a really good game, obviously, it's like really great, a phenomenal game, but it's... You know, you can kind of feel that they were struggling in Doom 2016. It's very repetitive, the balancing isn't great, it's really buggy, which is why firing so much of the tech team, I think, was a bad move. If they're at the scale of 2016 again, that's like... You know, that you can kind of feel that they were hauling ass through it. I cannot get through anything in this level. Maybe go down there. Maybe you gotta think simpler. You know, I mean, like, sometimes a reset like that is good for the soul a little. Like, you gotta... working within restraints and everything, but I don't know. Dark Ages was just boring. I've been playing it lately. It didn't click with me at first, not necessarily because it was boring. I liked the core combat, but I didn't really like the extra stuff, like the mech and the dragon. They kind of felt like THQ minigames to me. I like the mech more on my second time trying it. I'm going through it again now. Before I play the DLC. I get why people struggle with it. But I don't know, I'm just kind of happy they're experimenting. That was kind of how I felt about Dark Ages. I'm just happy when game studios are allowed to make things even if they're not for me. Because, like, I mean, I have classic Doom. I have Doom 2. If I want to play, like, the best Doom game, I have 10 billion maps for it. And, like, 1,000 gameplay mods. They can do whatever the hell. I don't care. Sometimes it'll click with me. Sometimes it won't, maybe. I don't know, I think that this current moment we are living through is really bad for creativity, is my worry. And I worry for whatever they make next. If it's gonna be a little more reserved, that could be good, that could be bad. I don't know. But it just... I like when people are allowed to make the things they want. The popularity was definitely waning while the team was growing. In general, I prefer games made by smaller teams. Yeah, I mean, I really like indie stuff, like, more than AAA a lot nowadays. So what am I doing? This is so bad. What am I doing? I must have... I hit some buttons. I'm gonna go check the pyramid down there. Yeah, they're leading me back down here with some ogres. I was just enjoying the low gravity. I was soaking in it for a bit. But I don't know. I think that also, like, Eternal was huge, partially because, you know, there was so much fan service in the marketing, which was really useful because they were trying something so new with that game. Like, drenching it in, like, classic Doom iconography, I think was a really good move. Dark Ages, obviously, I think they felt a bit more confident in doing something different, so they kind of made it more their own style. Which I like that they did that, rather than just kind of going for more fan service. But also, Eternal came out during COVID, so it's like, it's really hard to compete. Gaming had such a huge boom during COVID. And so many games were really popular. And I think maybe, like, now we're coming down from it. Also, Dark Ages came out on Game Pass, and that was just a disaster for any game that came out on it. I don't know, I'm not sure if it probably wouldn't have been as successful as Eternal regardless, just because it's so much more its own thing in the marketing. But I don't know. I just wish that was okay, is I guess my big frustration with it all. It's all the industry politics that frustrate me. It would have been fine if people didn't gel with it and, like, the next game might have responded to that. I mean, and what we're seeing with Revelations is that, you know, they made it a bit more like Eternal again. Like, people responded to it, and they were, you know, taking that into account. The Doom reboot games generally did a lot in response to, like, criticism. Like, even with Dark Ages, you can see a lot of what a lot of people complained about with Eternal, like the glory kills and chainsaw animations getting a bit too repetitive, so they kind of consolidate those into, like, single button press, single action moves, which makes the game feel a bit more flowing, I guess. For some people, at least. When I was playing it recently, the constant speed ramping in Dark Age is, like, I'm not sure how I feel about it. It makes me laugh. Just, like, everything going in slow-mo all the time is kind of very funny to me, because it reminds me of that one fucking video of the guy working at, like, a Papa John's. And he's like pissed, and he's, like, throwing the dough around and whipping it around, and it's going in slow motion as he, like, slams it into buckets. And then he, like, puts it all in a bucket and starts punching it repeatedly, and every punch goes in, like, 300 slow motion. And I remembered that while I was playing the game, and I had a laughing fit so hard that my friend that I was playing it with got, like, concerned for me. It just, like, came to mind. I gotta show this fucking video now. It's so good. It's so good. It makes me lose my mind. Where is it? Where is it? Ah! Where'd it go? I have it in a playlist. I have it in a playlist. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Viral TikToks. This is what it's like to play Doom the Dark Ages. He fucking must have... This guy's getting fired. This guy got, like, fired, and this is what he did before he left. Why is there Korean? This part. Anyways, that's what that video is what Doom the Dark Ages reminds me most of. Alright, I got... Shit. Okay, alright, pay attention. I don't even know how I got the gold key. I was zoning out. It was worth it. It was worth it to show the dough it. Alright, go up there, it says. Let's go up here. Yeah, alright. That's what I was doing wrong. Or not, it leads me back out here, and then there's a door that opens here. Okay, yeah. I can definitely feel the movie influence in each game in that trilogy, you know, like Hugo said the first one was very much inspired by RoboCop. Dark Ages is very much like a 300 game. Damn, that's a lot of... Give me an explosive weapon when there are 5 shamblers running around. Thank you very much. Alright, there's some nails over here. Just try and get on over here. Please. No shotgun ammo either. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I unlock it? No, I didn't. Take that armor, please. Damn, this level's kicking my ass a little. Some nails up there. I don't really need them now. We can do it. Oh, God, I'm not as spatially aware. I wonder if it's because I usually have higher FOV than this. I think we're going for oneers on these. Maybe I'll start quick saving if it gets too bad. Yeah, it's a similar progression to Ziggurat Vertigo, so I think I got the idea now. Maybe because these levels are so much like the classic levels, I sometimes think I know how to progress in them. I let myself take over. Makes sense for Microsoft to focus on Quake now. I agree with that. I would have agreed with that before the layoffs, too. I think that there could be better circumstances in which it could be made. So I kind of really wanted Machine Games to do the next Quake because of their expansions in the remastered games. It felt like, especially because they could do, like, good deathmatch maps. Like, the deathmatch maps they made for Quake 1 were really good. Some of my favorites of that game. It feels like they really have, like, an understanding of what makes a good Quake map and what makes it fun to play. I don't know, but Machine Games, they also sort of specialize in, like, story-driven games. So I don't know if that would mesh perfectly with it. Yeah. But if they did, like, I hate Vanilla E1 M8, but this one was really cool. I'm really struggling with it. I can't do these jumps. I keep thinking I can do them. There we go. Ooh, ah. I'm struggling. Go up here. Yeah, right. That's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. And then there's a shambler here. I'm running into all sorts of enemies. I like low-grav Quake levels. When you know how to airstrafe, they're fun. But I need to pay attention. Because I keep doing that. And falling back down. I keep doing stuff like that. I guess my biggest worry is that, like, id Software is going to be forced to make a Quake game, and they're not going to have the resources to really do what they want with it, and their heart isn't really going to be in it, is my big concern with what would happen. You know, I'd want someone who's passionate about it, which is why I thought Machine Games would be a good fit. You know, Quake, its identity is more tied to its gameplay, and id Software really has liked to experiment with gameplay recently and do new, interesting, weird crap with the FPS genre, and, like, try new interesting stuff, and like, that's good and fine, but I'm worried, like, either they're not gonna not want to piss off the really hardcore players who would want, like, a Quake 3 style, like, update, like a lot of the past few games have been, and their heart wouldn't be in it then, and now I'm worried that, like, they're not going to have the resources to do what they would really want with it. And do the kind of strange experimental stuff they like to do now. And then their heart isn't going to be in it, and it's just going to be like a soulless game, is my biggest fear. I don't know. I'm really happy Obsidian is focusing on Fallout now. Yeah, that could be interesting. It's gonna be something, is, I guess, all I can say about it, really. But I'm skeptical. Something's coming. Alright, what the hell am I gotta... No, I don't have the gold key yet. I hit the buttons, I go down into the pyramid, right. I should grab the rocket launcher. I keep missing the rocket launcher. I can move in Quake, I swear. This is like what I do. I like to move around in Quake. I got the rocket launcher. Okay, I got it. Pyramid time. No, I don't want to go up. I want to go down. Nothing up there. Ugh. Alright, let's dance. Or you can fight them if you want. Got him. Let's start quick saving, just because we've taken way too long on this level. Oh, trapped. Oh. We haven't used that gold key yet. Have we? Don't think so. No, we're still in the pyramid section. What's going on here? Where was gold door? It was back through the pyramid. Hello. I think you kind of overshot your shot there. Well, you can be king of the pyramid for all eternal, as it shall be your final resting place. My air strafes are kind of nauseating at this FOV. Yeah, I am glad that we have the upgrades we do now. Of course, I love software rendered Quake. But it's kind of cool how, like, these games, they play better now than ever. Recently I fell in love with the Bonk Jam mod. Yeah, that's a good one. Do I really have to axe this guy? I'm dead. No! F9. I hate it. It's the worst feeling when you like get up to the ledge of a platform in zero gravity and then you just slowly start sinking back down. It's like the worst feeling on planet Earth. It's so funny how bad it sucks. It's like my stomach just goes like, no, that's not supposed to happen. Hopefully the new Quake would have a... Yeah, it would be cool if it had a hammer instead of an axe, for sure. Like the original pitch. I think one of the best Quake mods I've played in recent memory is Mjolnir, which, as the title suggests, has the hammer that was originally intended, but it also has like a billion other things because it's like an insane like mesh of Arcane Dimensions and Quoth and all these other community mods that added all these weapons and monsters into one big experience. It's built off a mod to do all that. Mjolnir isn't the mod that does it, it's Keep. Just like has like, you know, 100 different enemies. Insane amount of weapons. Just really cool stuff. Like every feature the Quake modding community has made just like all comes together in that mod. And it really sucks because the main guy who was kind of working on it passed away, and it's probably never going to be finished. He was one of my favorite mappers, Tronin. Made one of the very first community maps I ever played. So it's probably... I'm just going to run past you. I'm sick of this. I don't need a 100%. I'm not going to 100% it anyways. Alright, lock in. We're back on dry land. Regular gravity feels weird now. It's like an astronaut after coming back down to Earth. But yeah, I hope more people make interesting things with the Keep mod. Because it's just kind of like, you know, do whatever you want with a Quake map mod. I might be working on a little something, actually. But that's for a later date. Anything cool up here? No? What's going on over here? Alright, we got 2 pillars for key hunting. Ah! That jump would have been crazy if he got me midair with a fucking sword slash. Been an awesome move from that little knight. He tried it. I commend him for trying it. Just a little singe on the back of your hairs is enough to kill an ogre when it comes to quad rockets. There's gotta be something out here. Oh. Shooting the window. Shooting the window. Always want to do it. Where? Already got these. We've already gotten them all here. Any down there? It's not that. Hmm. Probably shouldn't do that willy-nilly. Where to go? There was one on the outside here. Is there more? Going around in circles again. Maybe check down here, huh? I don't think I've ever seen the model dip down under the water like that before. Because it's supposed to be, like, rendered above everything. Is that a bug? I don't think that's supposed to happen. Even though it, you know, in reality it would happen, but I don't think I've ever seen it happen in Quake. In fact, the super shotgun sometimes seems to clip into the camera a little. Even though it seems like they're still drawing above everything else. Because in reality, like, this could not exist like this. Like, you couldn't push a gun this close. It makes it actually look really tiny. Something over there. There's an ogre over there. Oh, there you are. That's not a new one. Guess I just ignored you guys till now. Alright, well, alright, let's try and do this. I don't see how you... supposed to open these bars. You know, it's interesting, because recently I was thinking, like, you know, Doom 1 and 2, a lot of people get lost, but Quake 1, it doesn't seem like a lot of people get lost when playing it for the first time. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. I always felt that it was pretty good at leading players around. Have we already gotten that one, really? Alright, well, we got a gold key. Uh-oh. Try and go in between. Oh, that's... Nope, that was the wrong solution. Oh, you're supposed to go down. Okay, I got it. And I didn't quick save. Alright, whatever. What am I doing? I'm breaking the level right away. I guess that is the intended route, kinda. I'm gonna wait till you're dead and then I'm gonna go crazy. Might not have been as good as the first time around. So then how did we get the gold key? We went through here and then like we went not up there. Maybe it was actually where the silver is. Oh, there's another one. Let's go for it. I love seeing those chunky pixels at a distance. It's always so satisfying. Especially with the nail gun when it has the delayed reaction. I did go up here. Oh, come on. Oh my god, this Scrag is really good at dodging. Okay, so then you go down real quick is the idea. Hole, water, and then get the hell out of here. And then quick save. Alright. No, actually, maybe I do kind of remember doing this with the weapon bobbing underneath the water. That's interesting. There's nothing more shameful than an impotent rocket jump. So then where was the... Is this the gold door? It's not. Oh, there was a pillar. Boom. Does that do anything for me? It's like E1M5, so it's just two separate challenges, and I just don't know what's going on with this one. There's gotta be a reason this hole is here. It's to let me see the silver key, obviously, but do I gotta shoot something through it? It feels like that is its purpose. Also, I gotta remember that there's this secret going on. Alright, not that one, I guess. So this was just the secret. This was just the secret quad. And nothing else. Nothing buried further. Oh, hi there. You were keeping yourself hidden for a good while. Something going on down here. Whoa, what is all this? I don't think I've seen this before. Whoa. Oh, is it gonna be a cube going into place? The most mind-boggling 3D showcase of all time. Cube move. I'm ready. Let me see it. Come on, you know you want to go. It's your home. You want to be in your home, right? I gotta do the... Also, wait, I thought that the silver key was... Like... Huh. Is this the... where that door was with the hole in it? Yes, it is. Okay. You were waiting for me. Ah! It's the worst feeling ever. I'm right at the edge. happened so many times. Come on. I know you have a fat hitbox. Come on. There you go. So then... Still opened elsewhere. Yeah, alright. That's a little bit of a weird way to do it, but okay. Oh boy, we got an elevator already. You're not supposed to show up till episode 3. The enclosed elevator. There it is. There it is. Do it. Oh, it's beautiful. When a few polygons love each other very much, that's what happens. Okay, so let's see. Is there any other windows to shoot? Oh, hi there. Just sideswipe me at the end, why don't you? Thought I could maybe get close enough to get him to melee. My perception's being messed with, man. Where could there be other windows? One more. Up here, maybe? You just don't work for some reason. No, well, I guess maybe I got that one. Any secrets along the edge here? I think there is. The scrag doesn't knock me off. This probably opens when I shoot all those windows. Is there gonna be a second secret level in episode 1? Feels like it's leading up to one. This is like a big super secret. The glass isn't even an inset or anything. It just looks like a texture. So you'd never guess. I just was kind of shooting willy-nilly and I hit it. Which one of you? I'm itching for it now. Show me that last window, baby. Maybe down in the depths. Go around here. Is there one? I don't think so. No, we looked here. In here? Quick save, just in case. This is so weird. This is the level that's famous for like a really good rocket jumping trick. Maybe I got a rocket jump somewhere. I shouldn't have... Not there, not there. We really get all of these? Did. It's neither of those. Maybe I gotta go down here. I hope it's not that one window that didn't react is just not wired up properly. Because that would really suck. If I just can't get it. It's this one, right? Does explosives do it? One, two. My apologies if this is kind of boring. But I'm on the hunt now. I can't let it go. It's like the Zodiac Killer. He lives in your mind. What's going on here? Found another secret. Well, what the hell? Is it really that one window just isn't working properly? Because it kind of is starting to feel like that. Oh well, it just released. Some bugs are to be expected. Wish I had a way to show the triggers so I could see. What's going on up there? I really like how big this map, like how expansive this map feels compared to the original that it's like kind of based off of. That's just like a dead person with like a head. Not timing it right. What am I seeing over there? Is that a... Okay. What's going on here? Psh, shit. It's just a head. It's just a head. Everyone don't be alarmed. It's just a severed head. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. I'm gonna cheat. What's through here? Okay, there is nothing through here. There it is. There's the window. Alright, alright. Well, cheater, whatever. I would not have found that. Yeah, what the hell? You can barely even... How do you get an angle on that? I guess that'll be our final challenge here. Figuring out how to even shoot it. Maybe like through a window around here? No. This is so weird. I was looking in all the wrong places. Maybe I just did shoot that one window really early that I thought wasn't reacting. What's going on here? Again, it takes me down to the gates. Now I can't find my way back to the pillar room. Up the stairs, through the Over the mouth, past the gums. Maybe I got a rocket jump for it. Unless this window is also purely decorative, which it seems to be. No way, man. How do I swim up? Alright, well, if this doesn't work, we'll just move on. I think that maybe it's busted. Oh my god. Wait. Was I supposed to go through here somehow and then... like... but there's no room in there. Alright, whatever. Something in the waters has shifted. That was really weird. Now I gotta find the water. Oh my god, I can't find anything. The moment I try to look for something I have seen before, it disappears. Let's pass through here. Boom, boom, left, right, down here. Here we go. Secret challenge. The red armor is now accessible. That's it? I guess if... well, I guess if I found the intended solution, if I was a better secret hunter, it wouldn't take that long to shoot 8 windows. I thought it was gonna be like a fucking dope fish down there or something. They made me work for it. They made me cheat for it. They sullied my name and reputation. At least we get red armor going into this level now. Path to darkness. It's themed after one of my favorite Quake levels. Love all the claustrophobic trap-filled levels. Come on, that vent is out of place. Oh, I knew it. What is going on up here? Oh. Cool. Now I gotta find a place to use it real quick. Come on. Heard some kind of monster. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm supposed to... Yeah, up here. What does that do? This music's very, very Quake 1. I mean, this almost sounds like a different version of the other song that has this kind of drone. This might be useful for using in videos without having to... 9 Inch Nails copyright strike you. Oh my god. Not into the pit, it burns! Yeah, this kind of level just gets me in the zone, man. Running through a Hellraiser dimension. Feels so good. Pain and pleasure, it's all gonna come together. The dynamic lights really mesh with this fidelity of light map too. It all just kind of... It really does just kind of blend. I got 2 rockets, baby. Guess that was just an ogre hidey hole. Ah! Yeah, go in the lava. Oh, there isn't lava. Why did I think there was lava? My spatial awareness is all messed up. I need my 150. I need my 150 FOV 4K Quake texture pack in order to feel like a true PC gamer. All right. No. This game is beautiful. That's less beautiful. Your way has been lit. Good callback. Was that there the whole time? Ah! Close one. Oh. Yeah, I'll take one of those. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. I'll take a pent any day of the week. So let's me do this. Okay, bad joke, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Let me back up, please. Oh god. Did I... That's embarrassing. I didn't even quick save, man. Alright, whatever, speedrun it. Oops. I just realized that I've been aiming slightly below where I think I'm supposed to be aiming this entire time, because the HUD in the old version of Quake pushes your view up. It's like, oh, I know where the center of my screen is. I know the position to like look at the center of my screen to aim. Because I've played enough Quake to have like a posture for it. No, it's been messing me up this whole time. Maybe I do need a crosshair. Whatever, it's part of the game. Let's do it. It's part of the experience, man. I just wanted to look cool by not playing with a crosshair and making sick-ass shots. Even though I have auto-aim on very clearly. They don't need to know that, though. Only the experts will know that. Or the people who have played Quake 1 before. Which is pretty much everybody here. A real quick cycle back around here. I did that, right? Yeah, I did. Opened YouTube and the first thing I see is my map. I'm very much enjoying it. I believe I know which map this is based on. Although I feel like maybe I'm getting the ordering wrong in my head of the original Quake 1 levels. Because I felt like this one wasn't supposed to come here. But if it is based on that one, it's like... Well, either way, I'm really enjoying this one. It's one of my favorites so far. I love claustrophobic, trap-filled, loading platform, Hellraiser Dimension Quake maps. Some of my favorites. Oh, and yeah. This looks familiar. And that looks very familiar, so yeah, I think I'm right. Rune. Fuck! Oh my god. Okay, oh no! No! Alright, what? Not again. I was trying to move quickly. Oh well. Third time's the charm. That ogre just like trick-shotted me into the lava. That was incredible. What happened right there. Fourth time's the charm. I should really start quick saving. It's not fun for viewers to like restart the map every time. But it makes everything feel so much more tough. Thought I could get it in time. Okay, I gotta pick a good time to use this. Alright, is that just open now? I mean, I guess that there's some stuff going on out here. I can use it on the zombie room. And just like walk right past you. And you. I ain't going for 100% at this point. Who cares? Right. One second. You can still go for the unmarked 7th secret. Was not aware of such a thing. I like that ogre at the top of a staircase. In a confined space feels it's good pain. Some good pain being served up there. Ring around the rosy. Where are you coming from? It's trying to like ankle break me. Oh, I'm here. Now I'm here. Ah, shit. Save. I'll do that afterwards. I can't rocket jump at this FOV. I'm bad at it. Okay, okay, here we go. Save there. This is a doozy. Oh, is the arrow pointing to the... Yeah, okay. Well, not really pointing, but... Make sure to jump there. I like this lighting. This is good lighting. As in no lighting. More games should have pitch black. Nowadays everything is so globally illuminated, it's like it's impossible. Something I noticed actually, I was messing with the Quake remaster again. And like, I think it was a pretty good remaster, all things considered. I think it's really good that there's like a good way for newbies to play the game now. But one thing I noticed was, on the map this is based on, I'm not gonna go for the 7th secret. I'm a bad secret hunter, is what I've learned through these maps so far. One thing I noticed was that on this map, in the map that this is parallel to in the original game, there's like a scare at the end of the map where a shambler is supposed to come out of pure darkness. And because of like the new like light map rendering, because they have like bounce lighting kinda everywhere and like higher resolution, you can actually kind of, there's light in that room. It's very dark, but you can see the shambler ahead of time. Anyways. It's like, ah, that's a little disappointing. That's like the one thing though, besides like some of the movement changes that are like, I think, an issue with that remaster, but like even then, those are so minuscule. They did a really good job with it. Oh my god. On sniping me. I forget that he can lead his shots. Yeah, alright. Fell to his death, yeah. Fell on a fucking fireball. Try and keep an eye on those fireballs, actually. Oh my god, alright, I gotta be quick. Maybe I should just do rocket jumps. Oof. Should have seen that coming. I don't know if I can. Yeah, the lighting in the remaster was clearly rushed. There's a lot of stuff that clearly just had bounce added without regard for how it affects. Yeah, okay. I might have not noticed all of them, actually. I think it's, you know, it's nice that we don't have, like, I mean, obviously, the people who made Tremor probably love the blocky lighting. But I think, you know, Quake does look pretty good with smoother lighting sometimes. I guess these aren't... yeah, they're at original resolution, I think. Yeah, of course. I think baked lighting is just such a cool technology. Can do so much with it. Oh my god. Alright. We have a... Let me redo that. Thanks for playing, I gotta sleep. Alright, have a good one. You guys did really good on this, I'm enjoying it. Yet another excuse to play Quake 1 again. Kind of, sort of, not really. Damn. This map must be like made to like lead you into fireballs. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever had this much trouble with Catan. I gotta be quick. So this is the lightning one, okay. Why would I? Whatever. I keep doing that. It's not a one block Mario you can... It's not a one block Mario tile you can walk over at him. Alright, be fast, be fast, be fast. Go up. Give me that health. Guaranteed win. Guaranteed. I swear. Watch that fireball. Ooh, why did I watched it and I They just have bigger splash damage than I'm expecting. It's going up. Guaranteed win, guys, I swear. Go, 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 no! I can do it. I'm just gonna go for it. I know he leads shots, but I'm gonna go for it. Holy shit. Damn, I've never struggled with Chthon like that. I had to B-hop. It's crazy. Beautiful, 100%. My first 100%. It was a very hard-earned 100%. Those secrets were really hard to figure out. This is a very good tribute to the Quake 1 theme song. And she probably doesn't give a shit. She's an octopus with no face. I don't know if she can even comprehend it. Did Quake 1 text always scroll that slow? The ending texts? Feels like it didn't. Third, so then this must be 2. Fourth. Oh, there's 2. How's the long hair coming along, Adam? Wow. It's you know, it's there. It's still there. Longer than ever, baby. Let's jump right into E2M1. This is kind of a neat little... I like the rock textures. I don't think that was in E2M1. Quake 1. It's almost tropical themed. Tech base. It's a beach resort and a tech base at the same time. You come here for a nice vacation. Does this map also have a way to skip it in 6 seconds? I'm not sure if I'll finish episode 2 tonight, but let's give it a go. Maybe we can do half today and half tomorrow. This is cool. Alright, loop-de-loop again, I guess. Got that button. What did that button do? Gold door there. A lot of raised elevators. Only I still had my rocket launcher. Did we go down here? I think we did. No, we didn't. Everybody out of the pool. Ooh, already out of ammo. I need a nail gun. Oh, there, look at this. Can we do the jump? Give me a second here. Looks like there's a... No, they put this here. Prevent it. They lowered the height of the window. Gotta find new strats for this one. I needed that. Thank God for those big hitboxes. Well, now we're on the other side. Didn't take that long anyways. Are you? Gate has opened. Where would that be? It's not that. A lot of enemies for a first level. I guess it's a tech base, not a tech cabin. Knew there'd be some of you down here. This is a big opening level. Ooh, hit scanners and 30 health. Not a good combo. Probably could have made that jump, honestly. Let's see. Maybe not, actually, now that I look at it, actually. It's hard to tell sometimes. Almost, kind of. Just like messing around with circle jumps. He did like a few really good bunny hops, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. No secrets. Whoops. Alright, this is one of my favorites from episode 2, so this is gonna be interesting. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna beat episode 2 today. These levels are taking a lot longer to beat than the original counterparts, which is a good thing. I just didn't expect it. For levels that are at least trying to stay within vanilla limits. That being said, I mean, the fact that they're able to do this much, and there's also the fact that, like, once I know the routes, it might become a lot faster. Like, Quake 1 levels take a while to beat the first time through, too. I just have kind of forgotten that over the years, I think, and it's kind of incredible. Just how much you can do within these old limitations still. Back up. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Get me in. How do I get in? Maybe something in the moat? Try the other way. There is another way. Lots of fishies. Where are we now? I think I'll do a few more of these and then we'll be done for tonight. If you're looking for an interesting retake on Quake 1, this is very good. It's making me appreciate this game even more. Well, we're in the castle now. The last thing I want is Hugo Martin going near Quake. I don't know, there are worse people who could touch it. Like, you know, never mind. I was gonna make a really bad joke. I like Hugo decently enough. as a director. I think he has some really creative ideas. There is something to be said about, like, the thing about a modern id Software is they're very experimental. And they're trying to do really, you know, creative things within the FPS genre. The thing with Quake is that so much of its identity, I've talked about this during the stream, is tied to, like, its gameplay. And I wonder if part of the reason why Quake hasn't really been touched by id Software in a while is because fans are going to be really defensive of that gameplay and not want it to be messed with too much or, like, completely overhauled and reconsidered. He fucked up with Doom badly. I disagree wholly. I like all 3 of the Doom reboot games. And the thing about it is, I said this earlier too, I don't need them to be perfect games because, like, I already have the perfect Doom game. It's called Doom 2. And you could play it for literally tens of thousands of, like, hours. You can speedrun the classic maps, you can try new custom maps, you can play deathmatch, you can add new gameplay modifiers. There's literally, like, so much content for classic Doom. The only, you know, the biggest sore place to be as a fan would be as a fan of 2016. Because Snap Map was so badly, like, implemented and, like, it's just not as... It's not badly implemented, it's just not as, it's not as... It's the fact that it's all prefabs, that's the word I'm looking for. It's all prefabs that you use to make level geometry is the problem. So, I don't know. I don't really care if they do new creative things with these franchises. And if it doesn't always entirely gel with me. I really like 2016, I really like Eternal. Dark Ages I haven't finished yet, and it didn't hook me the first time I tried it. But I liked what I played except for the mech and dragon sections. And I don't know, like, nobody who says they prefer playing shooters with a controller should be working on Quake. I didn't actually know that. Eternal feels like a very keyboard and mouse game to me. I'm kind of honestly surprised at that. At least it has to be. When I play, I could not play that game on a controller. I can barely play 2016 on my Switch. I've tried on the go. It's like, no. But some people can, I guess. Doom Eternal movement would have made for an amazing deathmatch, but they gave some weird console-style multiplayer. Console-style... I have to push back on that one. What about asynchronous multiplayer is specifically console derogatory? Pheasant Fox. Okay, this guy's got a bias. Pheasant Fox. This is a great word. Oh, I fucking love that, man. That's so good. That's great. Yeah, my parents didn't want me playing consoles. The funny thing, so my parents didn't want me, like, playing, like, an Xbox or a PS3 when I was a kid. Because they thought that all, like, the bad, ugly shooter games were on there. So I have my super low power, like, you know, family PC. And then, of course, eventually I get curious about shooter games because I'm a growing boy, and everyone is playing them. And I start wanting to play them, but the PC isn't that good, so I have to play these classic shooters. I gotta play Doom and Quake. And the thing is, like, so then, you know, Call of Duty, it's, you know, very patriotic, like, war story, you know, feel-good, kind of like, Steven Spielberg type shooter, right? Like, you know, it's a World War II story. And it's like, you know, a video gameized Saving Private Ryan, which, of course, you know, it's brutal, but, like, you know, it has a happy ending. Instead, I get to play Half-Life, which is, like, super existential and messed up. I mean, they didn't want me playing that either, but, you know. Lesser of two evils, Mom. But I can hide on the PC. On the TV, I'd at least have it connected to a TV. I disagree with you on Eternal multiplayer. I think that it would be really difficult to play that on controller with the way people played it. Also, I need to find a fucking key. There's an arrow pointing to where the key is. I should I should know that. But yeah, I guess, I mean, my console experiences as a kid were like hand-me-down Super Nintendo at my friend's house, which, you know, is not a bad experience to have. Super Mario World, all that stuff. Yeah, but like Quake is like, instead of a World War II shooter, it's like body horror, Lovecraftian, some demon shit, man. I just miss classic DM multiplayer in general. Me too. I mean, I get a good amount of... I've played a good amount of them even as someone who's not playing when they are at their peak. Just by, you know, Discord and communities and stuff like that. I would like to see it come back for sure. I think that I would like Machine Games to do the next Quake more than id. Partially because their deathmatch maps for the remasters were really good. Like, one of my favorite Quake 1 deathmatch maps was made by Machine Games. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Call of Duty. Like, there's a lot of things to be said about how it's kind of war propaganda and whatever. My point with that was more that, like, you know, I probably would have had more normal interests if I played just, like, you know, a regular old war game instead of just like all these like horror themed shooters, which are infinitely more cool. But this affected my brain chemistry in some ways, man. The new Machine Games episodes were good. The Night Dive remaster sucked. I disagree on that too. Besides we were talking about this earlier, the light maps are a little messed up in some maps. I know that they changed the movement around a little. Like, walls are less sticky now in the Night Dive remaster. You can get caught on walls really easily in OG Quake 1. Is one of the things I noticed, but also Quake World has that change. Also, I cannot find this key for the life of me. Oh my god, I'm going around in circles here. I think that it's a much better introduction to the game than, like, what was there before, which was, like, DOS version with no... really old Windquake version with no music. Which a lot of people I saw just, like, tried it and fell off of it back when the Steam release was like that. It's a good, like, gateway drug, is my perspective on the remaster. Especially because multiplayer is so easy to set up with the four letter codes. Yeah, Iron Whale is really good. Like, I had a really good few weeks with that remaster when the servers were very active. Though the anti-lag could have been done better. That also contributes a lot to the messier feeling of the movement, I think. They really should have looked at what, like, fans were doing with Quake World, like, where it's just, like, stupid tight. But I don't know how you would get that to work over peer-to-peer. The remaster uses netquake movement. It's a weird hybrid, because netquake has no client-side movement prediction. as far as I know. At least maybe nowadays it does. They said they did that because of controller players? Wow. You've been collecting evidence on your hatred of console players, I can see. Oh my god, I cannot find this fucking key. I'm just going back and forth. This is what happens when I get too distracted. What's this? Alright, this is where I'm supposed to go, duh, okay. Just walked right by that like 20 times. Nope, it's not. Well, alright, maybe down here. Go back down into the water. Were we here? We were here. There are dead fish. I hate the shift to making console version first and porting that to PC. Oh, that absolutely can lead to some really butchered PC ports. I think that the culture is generally shifting where there are less reasons to get a console these days, just kind of naturally. Because everything is cross-platform now. And you know with the modern Xboxes, you can just plug in a keyboard and mouse and play a lot of FPS games that way. Not that I'm not sure if a lot of players will do that, but it kind of gives me Dreamcast flashbacks. I think that better PC ports will start happening now. Just because, like, the Steam Deck is such a big thing now. So, like, console and PC, they're really starting to, you know, kiss. Which, you know, for better and worse. I like that, like, Steam has pretty good, like, overall, like, it supports every style of play. I think we're getting there. It was much worse during, like, the 7th and 8th gen. 7th in particular, it was just so console-centric. And we're getting, like, things like gyro aim and everything now. That makes it a little better on controller. I loathe Steam. You loathe Steam. I loved your video on Quake 3. I'm trying to put my friends onto Quake Live, but they keep saying that it's just shooting and running and not a real game. This game isn't real. Shooting and running is like the two, like, core tenets of game for years. Running is Mario. I guess jumping is Mario. But jumping is Quake too. Shooting is Doom. Running is Mario. Jumping is Mario. It's like those are the big ones. That's so funny. Everything about PC gaming was way better PC. Really? Everything? Like, you really miss having to, like, really tweak shit and, like, not having any kind of support? And back end, I don't know. Like, Steam won out because it's better than piracy, which was so dominant for years. I'm not sure about that one. I cannot. But I look like a fool saying, giving my opinions right now when I'm playing like such ass. They want to play Pal World. Yeah. They might be more like RPG people then. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They're not action gamers. It's not a real game. That's so funny. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at your sorrow. Where is... Yeah, I don't know. It's... I've gotten friends to play Quake. But you do kind of need to find the right people for it. I don't like having my entire library linked to a single account that can be disabled. Yep, yeah, alright, yeah, like, there is that issue, obviously. Digital ownership is such a big hot topic, especially right now with Sony, like, getting rid of discs. Digital ownership is a really hot topic right now with the crew and Stop Killing Games and all that stuff. I absolutely get that. I think Steam has been pretty good about that. I don't think I've had a single game get delisted, but you know, the fact that the power is even there in the first place obviously raises some implications. I like the service of Steam decently enough. Completely ruined anonymity when playing online. For a while. Like, I mean, I remember, like, being really relieved at the Mark is Private feature being added to Steam games. So it wouldn't appear on people's, like, this person is playing this game, this person is playing this game. I was really kind of annoyed with that for a long while. I wouldn't buy games on Steam because of that. I can see where you're coming from there. I'm really stuck. I'm just kind of going back and forth. I hear an ogre. Where's the ogre coming from? Yeah, it took forever. They do Valve dragging their feet on something? No. No. I've never heard of that before. It's a lot easier to tell who people are across games. Yeah. I wish that Quake Live and Champions, it's not Valve's fault, it's Bethesda's, had easier ways to change your name. Champions in particular is fucking egregious, with like $5 to change your name tag. Especially as like a YouTuber guy who does Quake content. I really appreciate the feature on those old Quake games where I can just like name butt fluff. And like, you know, there you go. No one knows it's me now. Like, I actually kind of avoid Quake Live and Champions sometimes because people, unless I'm willing to be recognized, because I've made those videos, and I'll like pick Vanilla Quake 3 over Quake Live. Champions is the biggest possible insult they could have made to the series. I think that's also a little dramatic. I like Champions as a game. Everything around it pisses me off. Dude, I need to find a key. I want just one key. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a secret that I already got. Stats v stats bullshit. Yeah, it's not that egregious. Like, I think that it's about as well balanced as it possibly could be. Like, I don't really feel that much at a disadvantage against any specific champion. It just makes me have to consider a different gameplay style. Keep your damn distance when you're fighting Scalebearer. Get up close when you're fighting Anarchy. But it's all still kind of the core underneath. You know, it's not the game I wanted for sure. But for what it was, like the fact that Sync Error like took so much, like did so much of the work on it himself after it felt like Bethesda like rushed it out into open beta and like lost all of its players because it was this buggy mess when it started out, and it only had 2 game modes that are not very beginner friendly. It's just like that was genuinely one of the most frustrating games I've ever followed. But you know, the fact that it kind of kept on trucking, I think it's earned its cult classic status. Not cult classic, but cult game status. It's got a cult. There is a cult. And I think that it's there for a reason. The biggest draw to Quake multiplayer is that everyone is exactly the same. I don't know, I think the biggest draw is jumping around and, like, the kind of... I guess I kind of agree. I get that perspective. Obviously, it's a very popular one. The thing that draws me to Quake is the kind of simplicity, but that's not necessarily tied to the spawning conditions, especially since, like, random spawns are a thing, you know? Like, the position matters a lot, and that's completely random. Not completely, it's dependent on where the other player is, obviously. I've kind of, like, started to look for other reasons why I like that game. Maybe that's, like, I guess that's the general consensus, so you're probably right on that. That, like, it's like something like, why would you do that to Quake? That's like what the average layman esports gamer would think. But it's not, I don't know. I don't think it's what makes Quake Quake. Sink is a jerk. He called me stupid in the stream for what? Wow, damn. Damn. Beef. There's beef here. Everyone knows each other. I'm sorry, that sucks. I wasn't a fan of being able to force spawn points in VQ3. I'm a Quake World purist. Yeah, I get that vibe. I get that vibe for sure. I love Quake World. But doesn't even modern Quake World servers, I think, have like positional based spawn now? Because like there's older clips where the spawn kills go crazy and you don't get that anymore. I mean, maybe you're not a big fan of that either. Except for on the smaller maps like Arrow Walk, where it absolutely cannot be avoided, obviously. Railgun ruined. Ah, man, I can't agree with you on that one. I love the railgun. I think, you know, the fact that the recharge time balances it out for me. Because you're left a sitting duck if you miss your shot. Oh my god! Ugh. There it is. For fuck's sake, that was so stupid. I'm so sorry about that. It was to the right that whole time. I like me a simple gun in a Quake game. Well, we got there eventually. That was really bad. I cannot believe I did that. Ugh, for so fucking long. I'm not going under those. Maybe I can get an enemy to go under it. Go under. Go under. Go under. What happens? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, well, that's about what I expected. It goes back up, right? Okay. Whoop. Wind Quake animation frame rate is so charming, yes. Have you seen that they made a crossplay mod between Minecraft and Doom? I did. Hey, if your friends like sandbox games, you know, maybe that's a good sell. It's Minecraft, but with Doom weapons. Since Palworld definitely has some Minecraft influence in it, it's kind of Pokemon Minecraft. You could build little deathmatch arenas. Yeah, Latte Doom. That looks like a cool project. Alright, well now at least we got the gold key right away. Careful. It was not in a side room that I spent 10 minutes walking past. Man, that I am so embarrassed about that. Just in the corner of my eye. Yeah, Vertex animations, you know, you can do some cool stuff with even such a primitive form of animation and no interpolation. Sometimes that can really help it with some like custom monsters in Quake. Packet overflow, packet overflow. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh. So I was told this was Quake compatible, but I was wondering about that because they said in the video they stopped saying that in the promotional material. Oh, that's a little disappointing. One of the mappers said I did punch a little above sometimes, and they didn't say it in the description now. Oh my god, oh my god. Dude, oh my god, it's like a fucking acid trip. What's happening? Alright, maybe it's not Quake compatible all the way through. Unless it's a chocolate Quake issue. But I can't do Quake because it doesn't capture my mouse properly. Oh my god, this is... I'm gonna just see what happens though, this is interesting. I'm pointing my gun at enemies, nothing is coming out, but then they die. It's like the anime guy who does the finger gun. And goes bang. Alright, well, I guess I could just do this level, and I could probably just put this save in Iron Whale, and it would probably work. That's a little disappointing. I noticed that it didn't say Quake compatible anymore when the project finally released. It only said that on the very early promotional material. So I did try to take a quick skim through and see if anything like this happened. And it didn't seem to in episode 1. I didn't check episode 2. Oh, that's a little disappointing. That's okay, though. We got a good amount of Quake in. Okay, and that was actually supposed to kill you. It's not just supposed to push you into this. So I phased through walls that one time. Well, that really kind of stinks. Let me, Ooh, if I save the game like this, is it not gonna save it right? Alright, well, let's see. Let's just see if this works. I can always just, like, cheat my way to where I was. But... oh well. Alright, let's see. Copy Tremor to my regular Quake folder. Let's give it a go. Where is it? Here we are. Oh, I'm streaming in 4:3. For this stream, I'm streaming in 4:3. Well, I can give it a 4:3 resolution. I was like, I'm gonna stream in 4:3 because it'll like look good. If you play this stream on your CRT, it'll look great. Here we go. I'll just play stretched and stretch it out for you guys. Like, come on, you can do it. Stretch to screen. There we go. All right, we got pretty Quake now. Wow, it's almost kind of weird coming back to Iron Whale now. All right, we'll do a few more levels. This is so surreal now. It's like, it's not right. Everything's too smooth. And and I can immediately play better. I do have 5 different CRTs on my desk, all connected for different uses. Awesome, dude. I should definitely try this later on a CRT. The levels at work anyways. I have like 2. Everybody gets 1. What am I supposed to do? Oh, that, I guess. Alright. Did I somehow like manage to do that like without being able to see the first time? Because that's kind of awesome. Yeah, it does not say Quake compatible. I'll remove that from the title. It doesn't say Quake compatible on the description in Slipseer. It only said that in the first trailer. And then I heard someone else say recently, oh, it's Quake compatible. But they probably just saw the same thing I did. Way back when. That's fine. They're still very vanilla faithful levels, obviously. I guess I could turn down all my Tremor Iron Whale settings. To give it a authentic flair. No, yeah. On. Classic. 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 Give it, where's the 8-bit? Yeah. Give it to me. There we go. That's more like it. I'll keep the FOV because I was playing bad with 90 FOV. I have too big of a monitor. I'm scared a new Quake would be too linear feeling too. Like it kind of needs to be episodic standalone maps. I kind of agree. Yeah. I think part of the thing I really like about like the map jams and everything is it's kind of it's very much in line with a lot of those classic 3D games like Mario 64 and Quake, where you kind of just like jump into portals to go to different places. You know, there was almost like a metatextual element to it where, you know, you're going to new worlds. I'd like them to embrace the dimension hopping aspect a lot. To like just kind of let go loose and let people do their own maps and, you know, bring their own ideas to the table. That's kind of what the modern community for Quake is doing and what they've taken from that original game. Although, you know, obviously nowadays you need someone for lighting, and you need someone for detail on a map, and you need someone to do the basic blocking, and all. It's, like, kind of more an all-hands-on-deck process, and, like, that's fine. Obviously, I'm not saying that, like, you know, working as a team is bad. But, you know, there is something kind of neat about how we talk about, like, oh, these are American McGee's levels, these are John Romero's levels. And this is what you can kind of see that's different between all of them. And that's part of what's kind of great about the modern communities for these games, is that the tech is lo-fi enough that one person can just kind of like make it their own really easily. It's like playing with Legos. Yeah, I mean, just make a new engine that can support trench broom maps, and then like hire a bunch of Quake mappers. Really, let them go nuts. I think that I've thought about doing like a Quake total conversion for the like cube engine, like the Tesseract cube engine, because it's this really neat little voxel based thing where you can do like cooperative based mapping. It's really neat. Like, two people can stand in the same room and like move the geometry around and like place enemies and stuff, and it's very, the first two games made on the cube engine are very Quake inspired, both the original Cube and Sour Broughton. I just thought like one with Quake world movement and Quake weapons tuned to the way they were, and then like the fidelity and ease of mapping of that engine would be really good, a really good way to sort of embrace that spirit. Like, and like the Tesseract engine is just the right amount of like good graphics while not sacrificing the ability to like creatively work in it in a very free-flowing way that these old engines kind of allow for. Fast iteration. Voxel needs to be pushed forward. Yeah, I agree with that. Voxel tech is really cool. The Octree system that those engines use is really neat, because it doesn't look like voxels at all. I wasn't able to tell the first time I played it. Until I opened the map editor, and it was like, what are you talking about? There's no way. That's why it's called the Cube engine. Especially the first one, where it's like a Doom style level. It's like floors and ceilings. It's not even cubes. That's not voxels, but like the first Cube engine was just like squares, but it looks nice for the time. Like a game rendered with really tiny cubes so they don't look like cubes. You might not even need to go that far. Like, look up the Cube Tesseract engine. It's like really, you cannot tell that they are voxels. It's like, you know, high quality textures on them with like good bump mapping and stuff. And you can shift the corners to make them look more like smooth geometry. Obviously there's also, what's it called? It's that physics game that everyone's playing. That's like very tiny cubes with like physical properties, and it kind of works like Powder Engine but in 3D. Trying to remember the name, but it's really neat. You can do that with like tiny little voxels. But I'm not even sure. That might be overkill. I'm trying to remember the name of the game. Want that? Give it to me. You put the bars just like out of the reach of being ranger sized. It looks like I can squeeze my little ass through there. No, I'm too chunky. What am I doing? Here we go again. Adam wanders around and gets distracted, like... Okay, wait, here. It's telling me where to go. Follow the arrows, Adam. They're right there. Yeah, here we go. Tesseract engine is impressive, yeah. And it wasn't really used for much. You know, you're gonna hate this. It was used only for an Instajib game. The earlier games had like rocket launchers and like more Quake weapons. Tesseract only has the railgun. It's your worst nightmare, man. But you can do more with it. I've been messing around with it. You can obviously add a rocket launcher and stuff. That's sad. Sauerbraten was used for more, and it's more Quake 3-esque, which was the Cube 2 engine, but it doesn't have as good of lighting. There are some fans who are actually attempting to port that game to the new engine. New as in 2013. Like, that engine's from 2013, I believe. And it's crazy that it hasn't been used for more, in my opinion. Nice and open source. There actually was a pretty cool project I saw with it, where they turned it into that game. They did like a total conversion based on like Superliminal. That was a really impressive showcase. And that was just like done in the base game, just with like the map scripting. The movement is most important. One of the problems I have, because I'm old and grew up with Quake and UT, is every modern shooter has boring ass movement. Yeah. I really like when games use Quake movement. It's one of the first things I actually try and like port to a new engine usually when I'm messing around with it. I'm not sure, like, there are good movement shooters these days. They're just more... They're more designed to be movement shooters, and that can, like, lead to them feeling a little... You can't break it as good as you can, Quake. They know what they're doing. You can't... And they design around it. You can't just, like, get that dopamine of, like, finding the most ridiculous rocket jump on a map. But I do think that we're getting better. I think games are more interesting now than they were about like 10 something years ago, 10, 20 years ago. I have intentionally tried to leave sequence breaks in my maps that I find, just because I think they're fun. Like in my one big map, there's a section where like the floor drops out from under you and before you can unlock a door, but if you like kind of preemptively like stand back before it happens, you can just grenade jump over the hole. And that hole takes you to a whole different section, like a big challenge section of the map, and it's like, well, if you don't feel like dealing with that today, you can just like fucking skip it if you know what to do. I like the rest of the map good enough too. Sometimes I don't want to go through that part. All right, I got the yellow key. I need to gold key. I need to use it. Spacing out again. All right, what happens now? I should play more B-hop maps because then I could just like pay attention to chat and not have to think about my my key door solutions. Whoa, lordy. Give me a boost. Gonna steal that, thank you. Hit your buddy. Hit the knight. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Aha. He can't catch up. Okay, I gotta do the dance. Alright, I was just messing around. Any health? Did I waste it all doing stupid crap? Whatever. Alright, I'll do one more. And then I'll be done for tonight. I have a nail gun, remember that? I have a big nail gun. That was not worth it. I have been genuinely just thinking of making a proc-gen Quake mod so that I can have something that I don't have to pay attention to while talking on stream. Because if I talk too much on stream, I end up like just doing what you've been seeing, me just like walking around fucking not finding the keys or the doors, or I have the key and I'm just like not going to the door because I'm not thinking about it. I need like a Northern Lion Binding of Isaac game that you can just like play without thinking about it. I'm good at the combat subconsciously. Are there any good map sets for Quake with small bite-sized map? Check out Coffee Quake. It's like, I think it's a series of maps that people had to make in 1 minute. It might be something like that. So they're all very small, little bite-sized things. I think there's like 100 of them per mod or whatever. It's ridiculous. Or, you know, literally just recently, for the 30th anniversary of Quake, there was the Limits Jam, where they had to stay within a 1024 radius in Quake units. They had to map the whole thing in that, so that's literally what you're looking for. On Slipseer, on the same website that I'm linking to in the description to find Tremor. You should be able to find that. Both of those, I believe. You might have to go to Quadicted for Coffee Quake. I love them, but sometimes the newer Quake episodes and their single maps are just too big. Yeah, I get that. I've gotten that with Wrath recently. I've been trying to play Wrath, which is a Quake Mappers like game on the Dark Places engine. I really like it, but I need to play it in bursts because the maps are just huge. Yeah, I know. The the limit removing maps, or the limit removing ports, have opened up so much possibility for like mappers to like go way out with the mapping stuff. Like, I really enjoyed the Immortal Lock, which was this like insane single map, like 8-hour thing, 5,000 monsters, that takes as long for like an experienced player to beat as like it takes a blind player to play the original game. But you gotta do it in bursts. Oh, and you gotta save often. That was a terrible voice crack, I'm sorry. I might be at the end of what my voice can do here. You know, it depends on my mood. Like, I remember being really just blown away when the first time I saw the Tronin map from one of the early Funk map jams, which I've shown multiple times in my videos because it was like the first Quake map I ever really fell in love with, the first custom Quake map that I was like, oh my god, and I kept playing it over and over. Like, that was a really good size for a map. Really big, but like it's still kind of nice to play. Yeah, you're welcome. I love giving out Rex. Anyways, I'm not paying attention again. And if I do it for 5 seconds, I find where I need to go. It's just that easy. Oh. I'm not as familiar with episodes 2 through 4, so this feels so much different to me now, even though I'm pretty sure this is referencing something. This is cool. Good visual. Yeah. It's just that easy. When you shut up for 5 minutes, suddenly it becomes so much easier. I've gained a bit of sympathy for, like, streamers, like, that people say are, like, really shit because they play the game so badly. Because now, actually doing it, like, I'm playing a game that I consider myself to be decently good at. You know. I think I've played more Quake than the average Joe. I think I know the game a little bit better. But I just feel like utter assholes whenever I stream it. Whenever I stream it, it's like... So, you know, I just can't even... It splits your mind down the middle, man. The human mind wasn't meant to do this. I have so much more respect for streamers now. Like, I mean, I'd say the problem with, like, a DSP is not necessarily the fact that they're bad at the game, it's the fact that they refuse to acknowledge, like, the fact it's their fault. You know, it is my fault for yapping. And it's like, it's always the game's fault. That's when it becomes like, okay, buddy, come on. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. Can't see anything. It's dark and I'm wet. Bad combo. Bad combo. Maybe a good combo sometimes, but right now it's a bad combo. Also, I have a key. And it's that easy. I shut up for 5 seconds, I find the door. That's how it works. Maybe this time I'll beat the level in only 20 minutes. Yeah, OG lighting. If it's dark, it's dark. It's perfectly dark. No brightness settings will change anything. I like that about some really early custom Quake maps, is that the consumer PCs, they couldn't render too many lights. So they're just super, super moody, and sometimes just pitch black. They didn't get all the nooks and crannies at least like partially illuminated. And even in the original campaigns, they didn't all the time, though they did a better job at it. It's an art. It's an art. What's happening down here? What just opened? Something opened when I was up there. This is a really cool looking map. Was even worse when the only computer in the house that could run Quake when it first came out was my mom's Pentium 90 laptop. Ooh, old laptop screens. Oh, they ain't good. So there's a bit in an old Friends episode, and I know Friends, some people think it's lame. I kind of like it. Where Chandler is like doing something important on his laptop, and suddenly, you know, his friends are surrounding him, and he suddenly goes, "Do you want to play Doom?" I actually have almost that laptop that he has in that episode, and I have played Doom on it. It's not good at it. Which is why it's good that Fast Doom exists now. Because it means that PCs that couldn't run it very good can run it good now. There we are. I think it's literally like one model number off. It's like the original is like the CR, and then I have the CRX or whatever. I found it at a thrift store for $5, which, you know, it was during a time when retro electronics. It wasn't like when retro electronics were cheap. Like, it was past that point. Somehow I scored it for that much. I was like, this looks cool. I didn't even know what it was when I got it. It's just a really nice design for a laptop. It's very pretty. It's got a nice little 90s-esque graphics design vibe to it. And it's very tiny and cute. But it does have a terrible screen. But the nice thing about Fast Doom is that you can like turn the textures off on the floor and ceiling, which helps with that a little bit. So I have played through Doom on it. So where's the school door? Got a gold key. Need a gold door. And this one, manufacturers tried different design aesthetics. It's not like a terribly unstandard laptop. I do, maybe this isn't the era you're talking about. I miss, like, tinted colored plastic, on electronics sometimes. Like, the colorful era of the 2000s, I think, is my favorite design of... It's my favorite era of device, like, visuals. Like, kick-flip phones? I don't know if that's what they're called, the ones with the kicking keyboards. BlackBerry. I really like the PSP. The PSP is one of my favorite designs of any device ever. I have better handhelds, but I sometimes play on it just because it still feels like it's kind of from the future. Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s Sony stuff. Sony in particular is just like the king of that. And they're still, I mean, the PS5, they're still kind of trying to be. It's definitely an oddball design as far as what's out there nowadays, but I'm not sure if I really dig it. Looks like an obelisk from like 2001. Still have my launch PSP. It's so good. I fixed the D-pad on mine recently just because I like having it around so much. Especially with how hackable it is. Uh-oh. Alright, let's do the dance. Let's dance with me. Jerk. It's great for playing PS1 games, yeah. I played, like, a ton of LSD Dream Emulator and Vib Ribbon on mine. It's, like, some of my favorites. Should try Pixie Garden now that it's translated. That's a PS1 game I really want to try. Another secret level? Oh, we found the secret level. Alright, well... Alright, I'll kill these monsters and then we'll pick it up next time at the secret level. Because my voice is giving out, it's been a while. Anyways, thank you all for coming out tonight and checking this really neat kind of retake on Quake one out. Whoa. OBS is streaming OBS. Weird. I don't like that it jumps windows. It's gonna show my, like, DMs or something. Don't do that. Anyways, that was pretty fun. Tremor, it's making me realize, like, just how different it is to play Quake 1 for the first time. When it comes to, like, just, like, not knowing the routes to the levels. You know, I kind of went in thinking, I got this. But I got stun locked on some of those levels for, like, a good 30 minutes. It's, like, crazy. But it was pretty fun. So I shall pick this up next time. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'm hoping, I will stream again. I say that a lot and then I don't do it, so don't hold me to that. Or do and yell at me for it next time. But I'll definitely try and be here tomorrow. And I got a few more things coming up soon after we finish this up, so look forward to that. I'm going to be trying to stream much more often now. So I really enjoyed talking with you all tonight. Hope you all have a great night. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.